The Canadian Military Heritage Museum has a mandate to tell a story with every artifact they receive. Their latest project aims to ensure the soldiers from Brant, Brantford, and Six Nations of the Grand River who didn't make it home from World War II are remembered. But as Danielle DeGraw tells us, they need help doing so.
The Canadian Military Heritage Museum on Greenwich Road in Brantford works to preserve the stories of those soldiers who fought in World War I and World War II. Bob Ion is the head of the museum and says a new project they're working on aims to make sure every soldier from Brant, Brantford, and Six Nations of the Grand River are remembered in the city's memorial.
The project we're currently working on is one that was initiated by the city, and our war memorial was created in 1933. It was designed by Walter Allward, who also did Vimy Memorial. And there was some discrepancy on whether World War II names were missing off the war memorial.
For Bob Ion, the stories told at the museum are personal and date back to when he was born.
Dr. Frank Clark landed at troops with Normandy and treated the troops, the wounded troops, and got them back to hospitals. And after the war, he came back and had a practice in Brantford. He was our family doctor. He delivered myself, my two sisters, and my brother.
The museum has passed on a list of soldiers' names to the city to determine if they're eligible to be on the city's memorial and if they're actually missing. The museum says their records of World War I are accurate and want those of World War II to have the same treatment.
The reason why this project is so important is because they don't want the memories and the contributions of these soldiers to be forgotten, and they're looking for your help.
Randy Johnson is the vice chair at the Canadian Military Heritage Museum in Brantford. He says they connect with community members to receive their artifacts. This is one way they identify soldiers and tell their stories.
If they found items while perhaps cleaning out a relative's home after they passed away, and allow us to have our archivists try and track these items down and make a connection with the individuals and the events in which they were involved.
If you have any information or artifacts to share, you're asked to contact the Canadian Military Heritage Museum in Brantford.